Take two.
You gotta upgrade the tape piece, man.
No.
Dude.
We gotta do something dope, man.
Hey, matter of fact,
We should switch it up.
I already saw what to do.
What?
So they have 3D printed tennis shoes. So you can get the Jordan 1, and they have like little aloe vera or cactus things. Like they're fake plants, but the shoe is like, I don't know, probably like a third of the size of a real shoe. You know what I'm saying? And then the top part where you would put your foot in is a fake plant that grows out the top.
Dude, I didn't think about that.
Chip
does that shit.
3D print?
Yeah.
Oh, well then we got to do
I can't believe I didn't fucking think about
bro,
that.
we got to do the shoe. It's so dope, dude. You can do like a Jordan 4. I forget the one I saw.
But it's only white. It doesn't come. You'd have to color it yourself. You know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah,
prints, whatever it prints is going to be just white or just black.
I think that's what they do too. They print the shoe and then they paint it.
Makes sense.
But the one I saw that I really wanted, because they had ones in Air Forces and all that shit, but the one I saw was that Jordan 4 that's got the like alpine green and tan and shit. It's all white, but it's got that alpine. And then they had like a little aloe vera plant. Like, I either want that or I want those Travis Scott Cactus Jack joints with a cactus coming out of it with the olive green and shit.
If I could get my hands on some fake ones, I'd wear them shit.
Dog, tell me how hard them shit would be to have like a little plant right here. Yeah.
We just switch it. We got fucking shoes laying around this goddamn house. We just put a shoe in the middle of the thing every day.
Dude, we do, but that's what's funny, like, cause
make all the guests put their shoe up. All right, everybody put the shoe in the middle.
Who got a shoe?
He's a fucking shoe in.
Yeah. We'll call it the shoe in. No, but I noticed since we started doing the pods, shooting them, like, you know, we've been changing up the angles and this and that, but since you could see that, I'm like, damn, I gotta figure out a way to see the other shoe. But, you know, I'm sure people in there seeing little gems, you know, like, oh shit, he got them wheat sixes up there, motherfucker. But that's why I've been trying to like decorate it with all kind of Easter eggs, because it like that was funny with Jeff when you sent me the picture earlier and you were like, yo, this how the pod started.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, when it was me and Dusty.
That shit true.
And that shit was like straight like nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad you brought that up. Grab one of them real quick. Yeah.
Just grab it.
Yeah, just grab it. It's just on it's hooked on in there.
Nice.
But hey, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want to shout out High Density. They make signs, and my boy JR, I gotta shout him out. He always listens to the pod, man. He donated these, and you know, it's cut out of a toolbox.
Nice.
It's
straight aluminum.
I think because that's the same one. They just painted that one or something.
Put that on a chain, dude.
Dude, but they do like I don't want to fuck it up, but they do like mailboxes. Like you can get custom mailboxes or them little like metal signs. They do signage and all that kind of shit too. You know what I'm saying?
What do they call this shit? Like diamond plate?
Yeah, that's diamond plate. That's what I'm saying. It looked like it got cut out of toolbox or some shit, man. But yeah, shout out them boys at High Density and my boy JR, man. I've been meaning to. Since I hung him up like he gave him to me probably like a month and a half ago, and then I was decorating the walls and shit, and I finally put everything up. That's why, like, anybody that watches the pod, y'all probably like, damn, that shit went from like a white wall to everything. It was just that like I didn't want to like I had to get everything I wanted and put it up at once. I still don't have everything I want, but because I just want to cover that shit.
Just going up now.
Yeah.
Nah, that's shit.
Yeah, I got the Jordan yesterday.
Guess I don't usually see. I don't see this because I'm over there.
Yeah.
We over here.
You over there. We over here.
Dude, did I tell you my I think I told you my name that I picked for my fantasy football team?
What is it?
Punt him in the bathroom.
Punt him in the bathroom, Frankie.
Punt him in the bathroom.
Punt him in the bathroom.
JoJo the Webb's in there. He ain't gonna fucking fit.
Yeah, I've been rocking with the Post Mahomes for a minute, dude. I even photoshopped the little logo.
I like it, that shit, though.
Yeah.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
I'm gonna do some damage this year, man. I took a little hiatus.
Yeah.
I'm about to come back and hurt somebody's feelings this year.
Good luck.
Todd, what's up, man? Get back in the game. Not Todd T-Dub. I'm talking about, man, Todd Gurley. Get back in the game, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Take me back to the Super Bowl. Man. It's me. Hey, it's me over here.
Seen you at
Put
the
him in the
bar.
bathroom.
Put him in the bathroom. Who says that?
Fucking, you never seen Bronx Tale?
No.
Jeffrey.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Bronx Tale,
No,
Sonny.
you're not allowed to do that. But Jeffrey,
on.
yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Though.
I can do
you
that,
ain't seen
man.
no fucking movie.
My list is good now.
Yeah.
That's a new movie?
No, it's from like 92.
I ain't watched shit back then.
Have you seen? I seen a
that.
picture of C recently.
Lilo Bracado, whatever his name is. Yeah, he had a
See-
fucked up story.
Yeah, but have you seen him?
Yeah,
Like late recently?
I mean maybe a year
They
ago.
showed I seen on oh yeah, that's dope. Cause I seen on a meme or a TikTok. I think it might have been on TikTok, but I just know they scrolled by and they showed him and the girl.
Jane.
Yeah, but they showed them like
Now.
yeah, where are they now type shit. And both of them I was like it's crazy to see like he's I guess you would pretty much call him like a childhood actor. You know what I'm saying? Like he had that. He probably's got 200 movies under his belt, but only one that we know. You know what I'm saying?
That was his first one.
Right, but I'm saying he probably did a bunch of movies that were like.
No, that was his first movie, play anything.
No, I'm saying
acting.
since then.
Since,
Yeah. That you don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
I keep up with him. That's fucking C.
Yeah, but you like what other movie is he in where you're like, yo,
Renaissance
you
Man.
should go watch that movie
Renaissance
tomorrow.
Man.
He's a like lead role.
No, he's in the movie. The Sopranos. He shows back up in The Sopranos.
Who is he in The Sopranos?
He rocks. I can't call his name, but him and Sean kill somebody. They try to kill Chris Moltisanti.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah. I remember that.
His homeboy gets killed and then Tony Soprano kills him.
I remember him being in there.
you
But
kinda
I'm just
got me
saying
there,
it's
that's all I
like
got.
yeah, I'm just saying I was just saying that it's like he's one of them actors that like that's his fucking role. You know, it sucks. Like that happens to actors and actresses
They
where
get
like
pigeonholed, I think they call it.
yeah, where you get pigeonholed,
Yeah.
where you
Have you heard his story, like the whole how he came to be and what happened to him after the movie and shit?
Nah, I mean me, I was more
It gets fucking. Yeah,
does it?
He had it fucked up. Yeah,
yeah.
went to prison and shit.
I like mafioso movies and shit, but you know, I The Bronx Tale is a great movie, but it wasn't like it's still not in the top 5 of like my gangster movies.
That's around when
Know what I'm saying?
like what was that other little skit movie kind of my bad the other skit movie kind of like a musical, but it was around the same time.
Oscar.
No, damn.
Oscar was with Sylvester Stallone. He was Snaps
No,
Alone. Great
no.
fucking movie.
It's like a gangster movie, but a musical.
Yeah, around the same time as Grease. God, what the fuck is this on to my
Oh,
tongue?
Outsiders.
No,
Grease.
It was around the same time as Grease. Damn. What? Maybe it was The Outsiders.
Yeah,
That wasn't a musical.
I think it didn't have.
it's either Outsiders or no, you know the Warriors.
No, it don't sound like neither.
Shout
of
out
them.
all your gangster musicals. West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Grease.
That's
There it
it.
is.
That was
Yeah,
it. That was
yeah,
it. That was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Once I
That's
heard
the
it,
that's the
okay.
Sharks and the
Yeah,
Jets.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
like a musical, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know you had a knack for musicals, there, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
I
well,
remember
when he
that
said
shit. I
Grease,
ain't
it
seen
fucked
it.
me up like you because I was
but
like,
ain't
oh
it about
shit.
the right same kind of time frame?
I think,
I mean, when I seen
West
that,
Side
it was like
Story
when I
is-
seen that, you
West
know
Side
what I mean?
Story-
West Side
Actually kinda
Story is
old.
probably like 20 years before Grease. It's like in
think
the
it was in the
50s
se- I
or
think-
something.
But like when you
I
seen
think it
one
was
Side
of
shot.
Story?
I think it was shot in the 70s, about the 50s. Look it up.
Ah,
Fuck,
yeah.
Jeff, you're over here.
I don't have my
You're
watch.
over
I
there.
don't have
Why
my
did you
watch
over
tonight.
here?
I don't
no,
know, watch
but
tonight.
like when you seen one of them is like when you seen the other one,
Okay,
like
so
around the
that
same
point
time
in
of
time,
time frame.
okay.
It don't matter when it
I'm
was
sure,
recorded
yeah.
or put on TV. But it
Yo,
was
I'll
like
give it fucking a great musical, probably the best musical. Yeah, I said it. Go watch fucking
Mary
Don't say
Poppins.
fucking
Say
Hugh
it.
Jackman was in it.
Oh, okay.
What was the goddamn movie? It's like one of my.
If it's a
shit.
musical, I can't tell
It's
you.
about him being Barnum and Bailey, that guy, the Greatest Showman.
I've never even watched West Side Story because it's a musical, and that's a classic. And I've watched everything, but
See?
no, they
ain't
start
never-
singing.
I ain't
No,
never
I'm
seen
done. Unless it's like, Kuna
First time I seen
like,
it was in
and I
school.
a
It
little
was
kid.
like it was awesome to watch it in school. That's the first time I watched it.
So you never seen Grease?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm just saying.
So you've probably seen as many musicals as I. Have you seen Little Shop of Horrors?
No, I've.
Oh man, it's a musical. It's fun.
Not
it's
really.
Great. You know who? You know the movie though. Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Has the fucking talking thing that eats people.
Oh yeah. Mainly because of Lil Wayne, like Lil Wayne had that. Hey, shout out Weezy.
400 degrees, huh? 500 degrees.
Hey, I mainly because of him, because when he had that bar,
God,
like,
that was such
and which
a
is
bar.
weird because I've seen all 90s shit, and that's 90s shit, but that was just a movie I didn't get into, probably because it was a musical. Like, I'm just not into music. Like it was a good call when you said Grease, because Grease is probably the only musical that I fuck with. I don't know why.
That's
you know what I'm
the only
saying?
musical that everybody has seen. That's
Yeah,
probably the
it's
most
just
popular
like
musical.
most musicals.
My daughter does competition dances and that shit.
Yeah,
Shit's crazy.
Wow.
It's still rolling hard.
it's still relevant.
Rolling hard.
I just don't understand. Like, I think why Grease does its thing is because most musicals are just like kind of what's the word? Cringe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're kind of cringe the way that they go into the song and they do this. Like, Grease, for whatever reason, like, played it right. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like, I don't know. It's probably because it's like one of the first musicals that tried that shit, where it was like making it seem like it was actually part of, instead of like cue scene musical Mary Poppins, like, we're going, you know what I mean? Like Grease, I don't know, man. Them dudes like cleaning the car and shit,
Fucking
you know,
Danny Zuko.
talking shit like, hey, Danny Zuko. Ooh,
Oh,
Grease
well, oh,
Lightning.
well, oh, well,
Yeah. It's like us chilling, you know what I mean?
Then all
like,
of a sudden, Jeff's in the background starts this shit. He just like all of a sudden he's like,
yeah. I guess like it's like it reminds me of when we would, like the way we would chill, you know, like you just be chilling, all of a sudden fucking we start like making up some shit, you know, and then
Motherfucker just start beatboxing out of nowhere.
Yeah. Be like, oh, look at that.
I watched the Elton John movie, and I didn't know it was gonna be a musical, but it was. Yeah, but it was a pretty super. Yeah, it was an Elton John musical. It was actually a really good movie.
Which
Shit,
one?
well, he's really good.
Yeah, Rocket Man?
He's a good
Rocket Man?
I didn't
Yo,
watch
that movie is fire. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
That's a musical, though.
I'm a fucking hypocrite
I ain't
right now.
watched
though.
that shit.
I
like
named
musicals,
3 fucking
dude.
musicals.
Yeah.
You know all of them. He's like, oh yeah, and that one too,
Yeah.
and that one too.
Yeah.
We can't name.
You
10
know what
musicals.
happened? You were like, yo, I'm gonna tell you a musical, and I thought you were going one place and you didn't, and then I was still mad about it. I thought you were
We
gonna
got
be
all
like
3 good.
Hamilton. I was like, fuck, man, fuck
fuck, I
Hamilton.
forgot about
dog, man.
Hamilton,
Fuck it.
dog.
Wow, fuck that movie.
Nah.
Have you seen Hamilton yet?
See, I don't watch TV.
I've heard it's real
I
dope,
don't
man. I
know.
just,
Dude, Hamilton.
I'm
watch
weird
it.
about
Dude,
shit. Like, it's just some shit I
amazing,
just
dude.
can't get into, man. Like,
It's rap. It's like a rap musical. The whole thing is
Yeah.
all rap, dude.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I did
Because, you
hear
know what
that.
it really is? Is movies for me is like, I like shit that kind of makes you think and makes you like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like something that just is like, let's sing and dance and like talk about what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I like shit that's like drama and I don't know. So that's why like I gravitate to like.
You like Hamilton? Don't you? Shit is drama. Makes you think. It's history. It's fucking. It's hip hop.
I probably like it
Fucking
then, but it's just like,
we're gonna have a Hamilton watch party
all right, let's do it.
in
Let's
our
do it.
pajamas.
Yeah.
Fucking popcorn and shit.
What's your favorite movie, Jeff? Foolish. The man behind the cam, now in front of the cam. Have you ever watched a movie front to back?
Like Tales from the Crypt and like stuff like that back in the day. Nah, I ain't watched a movie in a long time, honestly. I don't watch TV. I'm a YouTube, Netflix, Sling, like flicking through, but I never watch a full
You got the
movie.
radio and the TV on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the radio's louder. Just watch videos and you know.
I'm stuck on
Hell
Game
yeah.
of Thrones, dude. First
I
time watching.
can't
it,
believe it
watching
took you
through.
that long to get onto that shit.
I watched like 2 episodes
I thought
back
you
in the
would like
day, and
that.
I was like, too many characters, can't keep up. Fuck this.
Dude, you know what it is? It's
That's why I can't jump in late on shit.
nah, you
I
gotta
feel like
start it from
exactly,
the
and
jump.
then I feel like I'm like.
But
nah.
nowadays you could stream, so you could go start something. Like, just don't listen to what people saying. Go start fucking with something like him, like with Game of Thrones. Like I was trying to tell him about that shit. That shit ended like 3 years ago, two or 3 years ago. The original one, maybe more.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, it's been at least 2 years. Maybe it was before the pandemic. I think when it ended.
Sounds about right.
It was definitely when I was living in Goose Creek, but that shit, like he got on. You know what it is? It's like it. I figured this out about all because you were like there. It was just when you couldn't get into it. And there's too many characters, too many storylines. What I figured out about all the dopest shows is that they're pretty much the same show with different premise. You know what I'm saying? Like Game of Thrones is The Sopranos, is Breaking Bad, is this like it's totally different stories, but it's kind of the same theme. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you really break it down to the brass tacks, it's like there's like these set family and like they fucking, you know what I mean? And you're like they're all the families are kind of fucked up, but you're fucking they're protagonists at the same time. Like you're rooting for them. Like Tony, fucked up motherfucker, but the whole time you're like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he done, yeah, he done fucked up people, and it's the same with like Breaking Bad, like Walter White's, like he's some cancer. Like you kind of start to relate with that person. You know what I'm saying? So that's what all the best shows have is that fucking general thing of you fall in love with the person that is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where some other shows fuck up. They don't ever, like, they try to bounce around the same way. I think that's the key, is, like, bouncing around.
Bunch of different stories going on at once.
Yeah, that's the key to all the dopest shows, if you think about it. Like, The Sopranos, The fucking Wire, fucking Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones.
You watched The Wire? I never watched all The Wire.
You got HBO?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I'm stuck on Game of Thrones, dude. I can't start. I
can't.
If
you like Sopranos, you'll love The Wire. The Wire.
I remember seeing a couple episodes back in the day, and like Oz. I've seen a couple episodes of Oz.
Oz is straight, but The Wire is like, The Wire is what put HBO on. I'm pretty sure.
Good, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was the show that they were like, we got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, never seen it.
It's
how many seasons has it got? A bunch?
I think 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
5 or 6, something like that.
Sopranos only got 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's really 6, but like 6 is a 2-part thing, so it's pretty much 7.
Well, The Wire is like it's a dope ass show, but it's basically about like cops and robbers. You know what I'm saying? Like
speaking of robbers, dude, did you hear about? I heard about this shit. I don't know if it was recent or what, but this dude went into a Walmart dressed as the armored truck guy.
For real?
Yeah, he just walked in like with the whole shebang and a bag of whatever. Walked out $75,000. They still ain't found his fucker.
Hey, let's turn these cameras off, bro. Let's go. 75 racks.
75 racks. Walked out. Nobody even questioned him.
Somebody help that dude on the inside.
Dude, you figure all you gotta do is just buy a fucking uniform.
They open up a thing.
Nah, I don't know how that works, but homeboy probably just walked up. Hey, I'm with whoever, break security, whatever here. Just whatever deposit you have, give me your slip, your paperwork. Dude probably like, okay, here you go. Here's $75,000 on a piece of paper. Thank you. See you later. Goodbye.
No, you're right though, because I think
I take some big cajon.
Oh yeah. I was just playing.
But I've seen like a lot of people do like. Even dudes that just do YouTube pranks, you know what I'm saying? Like, they fucking dress up as the cable man, you know, and they pretend they're asking questions with a clipboard. Like, people go along with that shit.
Confidence to get you somewhere.
Bro,
Confidence to get you there.
And if you just, like, look the part, you know what I'm saying? You put on a fucking safety vest, dude. Like, literally, right now, we could go...
It takes them kahunas to do that, to put that on and go perform it. Like,
100%.
Anybody can just sit here and put it on and think about it, but to actually go do it...
That's
crazy.
robbing part for sure. You gotta have
there's
cojones.
prison time behind that
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
so
motherfuckers will shoot you behind that shit. You know,
if you actually go through with it.
I seen the thing where the guys were like, "Yo, you go anywhere with wear a safety vest and carry a ladder. You can go anywhere you want." And they fucking walk. They start testing that shit out. You never seen that video? They walk into the museum. Motherfuckers hold the door open for him and shit. Walk straight to the museum. Sit down, take the vest on, and walk around the museum,
like,
grab the vest.
Yeah.
They did it at the movies. They did it at a Major League Baseball game. Just walk by a motherfucker with a ladder, dude. And if people get out, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, you put on an orange vest right now, you can go direct traffic out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you could put on an orange vest and go out there and just
for at least
tell
15
people
minutes.
Go this way. Dude, I bet you could do it all day and not get stopped. I'm promising you.
Dude,
like,
you know the story that I don't know if it's true.
Nobody's gonna call the cops because they're just gonna
but a cop
do it.
Stop. I mean, like, what are you doing?
Dude, I bet you you'll guide 2 cops before the third one stops. Like, hey, what
That's what I'm saying. I think they don't figure it out. Because unless the cop the same cop does it multiple times, like, because I remember when we were kids, yo, this shit's funny. So, me, Kenny, Jeremy, Jamie, all like the Motley crew, we're in fucking Camelot chilling, and you know, doing what 13, 14-year-olds do, and they had left traffic cones up the street because they were working on the road. So we went and grabbed these traffic cones, and I lived in where it could be a circle, you know what I'm saying, like a little cut through. So we blocked off the Camelot Drive, you know what I'm saying, coming to Clay Street where I live and Jeremy lived, like once you leave Clint's house. We blocked it off right before our street. So any cars that came in by the Waffle House would come up to the stop sign, see the cones, and then we coned off to turn left from there too. So either they had to go back out of the neighborhood, like all the way back to Waffle House and get back on Rivers 52 area, or they would just, we had it where they made loops. You know what I'm saying? Like they could come in, but they could only go out the way they came in. They couldn't leave. And we sat on my roof, you know what I'm saying? Like smoking and fucking just laughing while these people, like they go around 3 times and then they leave the neighborhood. And no cops came. Like we were there for like 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like just laughing at people fucking going in circles. They go around 3 times and then they leave. They be like, what the fuck? Because we even stole the, I used to have it in my house for a while, but we even stole the roadwork sign. You know what I'm saying? Like we took the roadwork sign. Yeah, exactly. And do not enter. Like we took the whole setup and went and set it up so that people drove in a circle right around my house while we sat on the fucking roof.
That neighborhood was lit back in the day.
Dude.
Do you remember the story we were talking about getting away with shit? I don't know if we've talked about it, but I know I've told this story about the dude in Ohio. It was like at a zoo. Homeboy just showed up one day and put a little booth there and sold parking tickets, like to park into the zoo.
What?
Just, dude.
Oh, yeah,
check
yeah.
This
for
shit
like
out,
20 years.
For like 20 years.
Yeah.
Dude.
20 years.
Dude, 20 years. He charged the buses to come in. He let whoever worked there park free, but like, cause you think at a zoo.
He had a full-time
job. Dude, but here's where it got fucked up. One day he disappeared. He just motherfucker didn't show up after like 20 years. So then they call up, the zoo calls the city and they're like, yo, where's your guy at? And they're like, our guy? Thought that was your guy. Been taking my kids there for years. You know what I'm saying? They start calling around trying to find out who this motherfucker. Didn't work for nobody, dude. Just posted up fucking for 20 years, collected damn X amount, raised his prices and shit.
This dude probably made like $100,000.
Dude,
no, they added up. It was like it was like $1 million.
I want to say it was over $1 million.
It was like $1.5 million, and that's why he left. Like he retired.
Well, that's like over 20 years. Yeah, well, I'm saying like a year, or like a 1 year, he probably made like $100,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for
20 years, for 20 years,
and saved his money so that he could leave and retire. Damn. That's what he did, right?
That's the story. That's
like
the story
he just bounced and retired.
That's
just took like $2 million.
That's awesome.
And bounced with it.
I love people like that.
Which over 20 years, he probably left with $1 million. Like he probably spent $1 million over 20 years.
Shawshank Redemption shit.
That's dude, that great fucking movie.
Shawshank Redemption shit.
Great fucking movie.
And then back to the bank robbery thing. I think the most successful bank robbery in history was whenever they was in a small town, where like there was only like one library, one doctor's office, one bank, one this, one that, like one of everything. Tiny little town, but the train tracks ran across the town. So these people set up to where a fucking train would wreck. A train wreck happens. So then all the cops and ambulance and everybody in the town runs to this train wreck and they rob the bank while everybody was over there and then bounced out instead of never got caught. This is way back in the day though.
And how much they make?
I don't know. I think it was like $300,000, $400,000. But this was like or that's how much they would
That
have
was
made
a
in
lot
today's
then.
money.
That was a lot.
Because it was like in the 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did this shit way back in the day.
I watched. I think I told you to listen to it. The podcast about the like real mafia shit. I think I remember telling you about it, but this has been like a year ago. But it tells the whole story of like all these dudes. You know, it's a dope ass podcast. I'll look it up. I think I got it in my shit. I'll tell you. I'll remind you about it. But these fucking dudes were the first ones to like start using dynamite. You know what I mean? And like, who's the big time fucking gangster back in? Not Gotti. Like wait before him. Capone? You know what I'm saying? It might have been Capone or like that type of. I don't know, because these dudes were still alive. I guess they could still be alive. They weren't that old. But either way, these dudes like somebody got information that I think it was John Kennedy, or one of the presidents back in that time, like the 50s or 60s. And he had like, or maybe it was Nixon, but he had like $10 million at some place. And them motherfuckers, that was like one of the biggest heists ever. I think I want to say they might have got caught, but I don't know. But they went and stole ass fucking money. I gotta go back and listen to it. But what they did
sound like something Nixon would do.
But yeah, dog. But what they did was like, this was back when they first started building like safes. You know what I'm saying? Like metal safes, but they would concrete the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't make the roof for whatever reason. They would just like, I don't remember exactly. Like you'd have to listen to the pod, but they would fucking take dynamite. They would case the fucking joint for
blow that shit. So
yeah,
it would fall.
Yeah,
yeah.
They would blow the roof and come in through the roof.
Okay, I thought you were
instead of trying to break into the codes, because like that was the big thing, was like they had these safes with combinations. Like that's what came out in that time, was like state of the art equipment. So all these robbers were like learning how to pick those locks and fucking drill holes and do all this stupid shit, and they were like,
fuck it,
all they did was put cinder blocks on the roof. Like we watched them build this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like there ain't nothing, so we'll just.
They probably got the idea from Looney Tunes. I think I remember a cartoon back in the day.
Might
be. Just throw some dynamite next to some Looney Tunes shit.
That's probably where Looney Tunes got the idea for the cartoon. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Might be right.
Yeah.
Because Looney Tunes came out after the 50s. I mean, I think they were probably in like the 70s.
Yeah, them shit been around like 100 fucking years.
All right, maybe not. I might be way wrong.
Right? I mean, cartoons used to not be in color.
The Looney Tunes though, I know like
maybe like Bugs Bunny and shit. Yeah, that's Bugs Looney
Bunny.
Tunes in it.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny going in black and white, wasn't it? That's you thinking of Mickey Mouse on the
Mickey Mouse
boat, popping his mouse ass while they damn cruise across shit. Dude, you know dude, my grandma went somewhere in New York, and I think it was in New York, on a little cruise, like a little harbor cruise or some shit, and they told the story of Walt Disney. That's worth digging into one day, man. Because like how Mickey Mouse came to be. Because Walt Disney, I hope I'm not misquoting this shit. I hope my grandma didn't lie to me. But like Walt Disney was in jail, and he used to look out the window into the in the jail. The jail was on the harbor, so he would look out the window.
Motherfucker, full throttle.
And watch the tugboats go by. You know, and just that was happening. Then he had a mouse in his fucking jail cell, so that's how he put together like Mickey Mouse bouncing on a little boat. Like,
oh shit! I believe it.
1969.
Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Were they in Technicolor? Doubt it.
It looks like short. Yeah, man. 1969.
I don't know. I bet it was fucking black and white. Who knows?
1930. That was the first one. 1930 to 1969.
Damn.
Those were 1930.
Yeah, that's almost 30
You're right.
fucking years.
30 more years here. Yeah. I was way off. So it was definitely black and white.
I would think so, man. I would think it was definitely fucking black and white, dude. You know what I mean? You were talking about how wild this shit was back in the day, man. Like,
when I seen it, it was 92. You know? Born in 86, and it was like probably like 5 when I was watching that shit, but it was a color.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything, we ain't seen no black and white in our lives.
Nah.
Black and white was
Andy
literally
Griffith.
Yeah,
that was That was it.
Which that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd probably say like, I don't know. We'd have to look that up, but I would think like
easily.
Color Pictures and shit came in like 1975. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would think.
That's a good estimation.
Which I still like. I don't understand cameras, television. Like that's some alien shit. Like a record, even a record player, dog. Have you ever thought about a record player?
How the fuck that shit work? How do they make this thing spin around and make all that noise come out of that shit?
Yeah, like it's the way it's ingrained on like copper. Like it's like copper.
It's crazy, dude.
And the way it scratches it, like makes a sound, and like they embed that. Like I think like streaming and all the shit that we have now
is easy compared
sounds
to that.
More feasible than that. Like that's ancient to this shit. But think of it like a cassette tape or a CD. It's like that makes less sense than like I just digitally record all this shit. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like even though digital and all this shit is like still it looks like magic. I'm sure if you brought somebody from fucking 600 years ago and they saw you like pull out a phone and fucking video them, like they would think it was like some satanic devil. You know what I
Burn
mean?
this
like,
motherfucker.
Be like,
he's a witch.
Burn him at the stake. This motherfucker knows magic,
Dude,
dog.
Nate Bargatze has a, Nate Bargatze
Yeah.
is? He has a funny bit about like, he's like, dude, I hope I ain't fucking his joke up, but he's like, dude, I'm a fucking moron. He's like, if I had time traveling capabilities and I went back to like 100 years ago, nobody would believe me.
Right.
Because they'd be like, you're from 100 years from now? He's like, hell yeah. They're like, who's the president? Or who won this? Or who like starts asking all these political questions. He's like, give me something else. Like, keep it coming. I don't know none of this shit. He's like, they fucking burn me because they don't fucking believe me.
They'll be like, really? Like,
Who's the president in 1965? He'd be like, ooh, I don't know about that. Give me something else.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Like in Back in the Future. Remember whenever he first sees Doc?
Yeah.
Remember he comes across Doc. He's like, I'm from the future. He's like, who's the president? He's like, fucking Ronald Reagan. He's like, bullshit. He's another actor and that.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking, I don't know why. Just that fucking coincidence.
Superstitious.
Shouts out to Reed Walters for teaching me that word.
I was just what I was about to say like before we went on that tangent. We went on like 3 tangents because Jeff was talking about like that neighborhood was wild when we were kids and shit. But for whatever reason, this story popped in my head after I was talking about cause like, I mean, shout out fucking Jeremy and Jamie, but them boys, I was always the motherfucker that was like, nah, like you know what I mean? Like they go light dog shit in a bag on somebody's porch, and I'd be like, I'll either be the guy videoing like from afar, or I'll supply the bag and the dog shit, but I'm not coming with y'all. Like I was always like, but you know, Jeremy had the ideas and Jamie had the fucking. He was down to do it. So them two would always go do some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'd always be the guy that was like, that would just throw the information so that you wouldn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't come with y'all, but I'd be like, if you're gonna do that, make sure you do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like, or don't do it at all. I'd be the guy like, don't lie. Like, let's just stay. Dude.
If you run, call me now. I got you.
Yeah. So obviously,
driver.
I'll pick you up. You know.
Exactly. So obviously, they were the motherfuckers that like set the cones up, and we even one time we set like I used to have this, me or Jeremy had a pear tree in our yard, and we would fucking and they were them hard pears, not like the eating pears. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking play croquet with them bitches. So we'd line them up across the street, dude, and watch cars like come by. You know, they'd smash them, but it was fucking violent. They'd stop and shit. But what the point of the story was, the first like time I saw like racism, you know what I mean, as a fucking white guy, but the first time I saw racism was at that house because of some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in like I had I had a bunch of homeboys. It was black dudes, so I didn't really know how that shit worked. You know what I mean? I had like,
You hadn't read up on this racism thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like we chill. We fucking stay the night, eat, sleep. Like that's what we do. We watch basketball. We fucking vibe. But But fucking Will, you know, of course this story's gonna fucking involve Will, but Will is at my crib, and Jeremy and Jamie. I shouldn't be saying real names like
You editing this motherfucker.
Steven and Samuel were outside and they like tied this water hose from. I had two fucking like my neighbor had a light pole in his yard, like one of the wooden light poles, and the neighbor across like they had two light poles like directly across from each other, and they took a garden hose and tied it across that shit like at car level height, right? And mind you, Will had done got on my brother had like this little gas stand-up scooter. You remember them shits were popular with a weed eater motor and shit? So Will was like, I'm taking it for a ride. So Will leaves, you know what I'm saying? It's me, Jeremy, and Jamie chilling on my front porch. We're on the front fucking porch, dog. And they do that shit right in front of my house. Tie it at fucking windshield height of cars. First car comes through, 25 miles an hour. Just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Toupees this fucking car. It doesn't break anything, but the car slams on brakes, backs up, starts bitching at us. And you know, we're like kids. We're fucking 12, 13 years old. We're like, fuck y'all, da da da. So the car leaves. Well, cop pulls up, right? And as the cop's pulling up, Will's pulling up on the scooter. He been gone, you know, just rolling around the fucking neighborhood. Cop pulls up, Will pulls up on the scooter, comes up. We're all sitting on the porch. And this heavy set lady cop gets out of her fucking car. And I had this water meter in my front yard. Steps right in and dog rolls. Tumbles. Like, she gets out mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's about to teach us a fucking lesson, you know what I mean? We're all on the porch. She hits the fucking... Dude, does like 2 rolls and we start laughing, and this is where the racism part comes out, because it's like us 3 white boys and Will just pulled up. He ain't even know, like he literally just walked on the shit. He didn't even do nothing, dog.
Where I hope it goes.
Dude,
I hope it goes where I think it's going, yo.
She takes 2 rolls and just why'd you tie that fucking right at Will, dude? Right at Will. Why'd you tie that fucking? You think this is funny? Yeah. And say no more. Will, you know, Will motherfucker stands his ground at all times. Like he stands on his shit. So
slapping them shirts.
So
dude, I thought you was gonna say y'all tied it while Will was gone. He didn't know, came around and fucking yanked his shit.
That would have been better, bro. That would have been better. No, a fucking cop shows up and does a barrel roll in my front yard and then blames everything on the black man. You know what I'm saying? Some white lady cop. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like, up until this point, like, it's fucking ridiculous, man. You know? It's like the... I've noticed that as I've gotten older, though, because, like, shit, you know, speaking of fucking racism, like that riverboat shit. You know what I mean?
That's
like
crazy. First person to tell me about that shit was Terrell.
Yeah, I believe it. But you know, like I'm glad I grew up. I'm glad we all grew up the way we grew up, where it was like
everything was cool.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
We didn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Everything was cool between us. Like everyone knew that. I don't know, man. Like we all knew that they treated. I guess we felt some of it because we got not treated the same way, but similarly because we liked what we liked. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people all the time. Like, I've been pulled over and searched.
Every time that I've been pulled over with you. You get taken out of the car.
Yeah, I get taken out of the car.
Every time you're driving and you get pulled over, you're like, I'm getting out of the fucking car.
That's why I feel like I understand, but I'm smart enough to understand that like I chose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people that didn't. There's people that just get pulled out the car and they didn't like choose the way they look. I chose the way I look. I chose to get tatted and get dreads, and you know what I'm saying? Like I chose to drive what I drive and dress how I dress. Like I chose all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up when like you getting fucked with for some, and I shouldn't even get fucked with either. That's still fucked up because you know what I mean?
Ain't shit. Cops do.
All that shit.
Yeah, I think it's all like all people ain't shit, man. All people judge.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, man, whatever. And I'm not here to like judge police either, because I think like cops have a tough fucking job, but it is what it is. Like
that fucking riverboat guard had a bad fucking job.
Yeah.
That is a prime example of that shit, dude.
Well, I definitely empathize with them because I've been around motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean?
Boys
I've been around motherfuckers
and
that
swam across the fucking thing to whip some ass. Dude jumped out that water like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Like swam.
Well, I was just talking about the people on the other side. That I've been around people that are that way, just like can't tell these motherfuckers nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they get that liquid courage, or they get, you know, motherfuckers that feel entitled. You know, dude, I feel that shit too, dog. I've been in many stores.
You remember that night that I thought I was gonna get killed?
Dude was doing his job.
Remember that dude that night at Casey Mulligan's where them dudes fucking surrounded?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I was with you.
That was a crazy fucking night.
A lot of lines.
It was always Will.
Downtown. Shit, got downtown. Motherfucker get teeth knocked out. Shit. Get a crowd. Shit happens.
Oh yeah.
That bigger crowd going in.
Yeah.
And they had the bigger crowd that day.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I always got out of Dodge before shit popped off.
We had the bigger crowd the night of your bachelor party. We was gonna lose that fight though.
With the bigger crowd?
Dude, let me tell you the story, dude.
Yeah.
We at Market Street Saloon downtown, right? There's 4 security guards. One of them looks like Swiss Beats, light skinned dude, tall, skinny. 3 other dudes had no other room for any other muscles. They were done. There was no more workout that they needed to do ever again. These boys was fucking jacked. And Andy gets thrown out. So, right? Andy gets thrown out, but Andy don't just go out quietly. So he starts
was in his prime.
Oh, he was talking that shit, right? Because Swiss Beats is the one that dragged him and threw him out. So he was like, fuck you shit. But when I was like, oh shit, it's just getting rowdy. So I told everybody on my way, because they took him out the back. So I told everyone on my way out the front, come out back, we fighting. Come out back, we fighting. Andy got thrown out. Come out back, we fighting. Damn. Dude, we got on there's like 19 of us. Drunk. These boys is drunk, rowdy. Jamie's talking that shit. Bubba's talking. Jay Boogie's with us talking that shit. Everybody's talking that shit to these bouncers, dude. And I think it was Bubba. I think it took Bubba telling homeboy, fucking take that shirt off and walk across the street. Homeboy, this dude, calm as a fucking cucumber, dude. Backs up, takes off his shirt, and flexes on us, dude. Whap! Just with like every cartoonish muscle you
that
could.
Shit was like,
this dude was
like a balloon.
Yeah,
he was like humongous, dude.
South Central,
dude,
like,
motherfucker was huge.
Do we have
He just
a
flexed
problem?
on everybody this. He's like, who wants it? I said, not me.
Yeah.
And I was standing in front. And so, long story short, we didn't fight them boys. Thank God. We got out of that shit. But when we walked away, them boys were talking heavy shit. Well, this and that and this. And this. I was going to fuck him up. I was like, oh, yeah, we may have won that fight. But the first dude that guy hits is dead. Gone. Bye-bye. Flatline. Dead.
Yeah. Well, that's...
And
the one I was talking about is the one tonight with Justin Brown and shit.
Yeah, I wasn't at that one.
Oh.
But I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I wasn't with y'all. Nah.
Dang, I thought everybody was there.
I've heard that story, though, because the boys said that there was some juice head like that. Bro. Fucking rip dude was fucking trying to fight everybody. It was like, duh. And, of course, Jeff, dude was like, who wants some? And Jeff slammed his fucking beer, crushed it, threw it on the ground. Was like, I do. And that's where it all fucking went downhill, you know what I'm saying?
It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
But to what you're talking about that night, that's literally the reason we didn't fight, though, is because the same way me and you were thinking was like, it's going to be like a Punic War, which, sorry, that's fucking not a good term to use, but like, well, it's a great term, just not in this, but it's like, you're going to have casualties, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to win, but if I bring 500 men and I leave with 400 or 1, and you brought 500 men, you leave with 2. It's like, neither one of us won. We both lost 400 and something fucking men. So like, I think like that's why that shit went that way, was dudes were thinking the same shit we were thinking. Was like,
we might win.
We
somebody's missing teeth.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna go be hospitalized when this dude.
Yeah. So like, we're gonna somebody in our camp's getting fucked up, and somebody in their camp's getting fucked up. Like, majority of us probably gonna be okay, but somebody's getting fucked up on both sides, and it ain't worth it. You know, that's how we was thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how they were thinking. Like, everyone with them wasn't thinking that. Everybody with us wasn't thinking that. But there was like 2 guys over there and 2 guys over here that were like, listen, man, like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm with you. But I still think, like you said, the reason we really didn't fight is because they knew they would have fucked us up if it would only been like 2 or 3 of us.
No, we wouldn't even talking.
The only reason
we was heavy like that, we was 19 deep, 20 deep.
Yeah.
Some crazy number like that.
Yeah.
Feeling rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
And a lot of big motherfuckers and a lot of MMA fighters.
Yeah,
so
I was gambling on Andy and Johnny. I was like, all right, boys, I'm gonna need y'all to carry a lot of this weight. Yeah, because I ain't gonna be doing shit.
That was already my thought. It's like, y'all handle shit. If y'all are getting handled, then I'll help you until you can handle your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pop in, back out. You good? Nope. Bat. I'm in. Oh, I'm out.
I would have started a problem now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, you might have, but it wouldn't have been no different.
How about the Diaz fight? Y'all lose some money?
I ain't lose no fucking money. I ain't betting on that fight. Oh, that shit's like
you owe me some money on that fight. I ain't forget it.
Hey.
I lost for it.
Yeah.
That shit is like betting on a motherfucker.
He look weak as shit, man. He look like he didn't even practice.
Nah, I don't think so, man.
Too old.
I don't think so, man.
Good for boxing.
I think he did what he does.
It to the MMA.
That's what I'm saying. I think he did what he does. Like, he went 10 rounds and he never slowed down. Like, he fucking showed what he was about. But
I knew he was gonna do it.
He ain't no boxer, bro. Boxing's different, dog.
And he said that there's a couple of videos of him talking about the fight afterwards, and he was like, it was a boxing competition.
Yeah, 100%.
It wasn't a fight. It was a boxing competition.
Yeah.
He's we'll get it to the MMA. We'll see who's the fighter.
It's a fight.
We'll see who's the real fighter. Well, they call it a fight.
It's kind of it's kind of the same thing as like if I challenged you.
Just a weak way of saying he lost.
It is, but here's where I think he's making the mistake.
Yeah,
motherfucker's sleeping on Jake Paul with that boxing shit because he's not a boxer. It's like, then what is he? He's having boxing competition. He's training like a motherfucker.
Oh, for sure.
The motherfucker can box.
He's a great boxer.
He's not gonna go into MMA without training for MMA heavy.
I don't think
he'll do so great, but I don't think he's gonna be no slouch either.
Well, I think it would be like this, like to give you an analogy that like you will probably get better. The reason people hate on him is because it would be like, it would be like a rapper, like Drake, battling Tim McGraw. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yeah, Drake's fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fucking him up. But if they went to country...
Tim McGraw's real,
Tim
dude.
It'd be like...
this shit the other day.
Yeah, but I'm just saying... I'm just talking, not fighting-wise. I'm just saying, like... I'm not talking about fighting-wise. I'm talking about, like... Yeah, I'm talking about, like... If we're talking...
They're both musicians.
They're both musicians.
For sure.
But they're in different genres. Mm-hmm. And... Nate went to his genre to fuck with him and did good. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like if Tim McGraw challenged fucking Nelly, let's say Nelly instead, to a battle in hip hop because they know each other in hip hop and did pretty good. You'd be like, yo, Tim McGraw actually held his own in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that would make Nelly look worse. And that's how it looks to me. Is like, to me, Jake Paul is like, you put all your shit on boxing and you just let a fucking washed up 40-year-old MMA dude go 10 rounds with you and piece you up in some spots. Like, Jake definitely won. I won't take that away. But I'm like, it'd be like Tim McGraw dropping some bars on Nelly. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, what the fuck, Nelly? Like,
yep.
How can this dude even spar with you? Like, this is your shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then if Nelly went to country with Tim McGraw, you get fucked up. And the same, I feel, if Jake Paul goes to MMA, you get fucked up. So who's really like, to me, everybody's looking at Nate like, oh, you lost to Jake Paul. And I'm like, nah, dog. No.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
There was a part to that fight where Jake gets rocked and he's fucking falling on Nate. And Nate's trying to back up to let him fall, but he just keeps on holding on to him.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I think for a split second, homeboy was dazed. He might have fell down had not, had somebody to hold on to.
I think Jake Paul won that shit, but I also feel like,
He did.
For sure. I definitely think he did. Or he obviously did. Like, it's a fact. But I do feel like something was up with that last round. Because Nate in rounds like 8, 9, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, and 9, like I think it was the 9th round where he was fucking up Jake for a minute. It might be when you're talking where he like wanted to fall type shit. And he was like turning up the gas and then he kind of laid off. And then in the 10th round, the last round, you don't remember? He didn't even fight that round. Remember, he was just like...
Nate?
Yeah.
Probably tired as hell.
Both of them was tired.
Nate's usually... You would think Nate's got to go the distance.
I knew Nate would have went to 10, though.
He might have been tired, but I felt like he
that
was
went
just
exactly
more
the
like...
way that I predicted it.
He was just more
didn't
like...
go the way I wanted it to go, but it went the way I predicted it to go.
Thought it was on scorecard?
No, I wanted Nate to win. I would like to see Nate to win, but I knew that he was...
Once I seen the way them boys walked out, I already knew. I mean, my bet was already in. But when I see dude roll out on a tank, this dude come out with his flabby ass, like I was like, fucking Nate, dang. But it was dope. It was dope.
It was worth watching for sure. It was good. It ended up being just a good night, hanging out.
Shit. All the fights were good. The fights before that, who was that? Poirier. Poirier got kicked in the motherfucking face. Y'all talked about that last week.
Ooh, no, I don't think so.
That was the fight the weekend before that, right?
Like 2 weeks before. We went to Clint's or whatever. Watched that one.
It was the weekend before the Jake Paul fight. Yeah, we went to Clint's and watched that shit. That's when you were out of town. Yeah.
Yep.
Because
that was a good fight.
Watch it out of town in Greenville, but
there was a lot of good fights. Derek Lewis, my balls is hot, dude.
Beast mode.
Yeah, he fucked that dude up, dog. And then the Gaethje and Poirier fight was good.
Speaking of gay and fight,
it was good to that.
Terrell just sent me gay man fights in the street after being bullied for being gay. Ends horribly.
Right here.
We should start pulling. We need something to pull it up. Let's watch what it says.
All right, man. I'll put it down, dog.
We gotta step our shit up, man.
Fuck, man.
Hold your phone up to the
camera.
No, you did.
Buy a motherfucking shit. I gotta buy a camera, buy a fucking TV. Stream that shit. Honestly, I want to get my boy but drilling these hoes. I've been wanting to get. My boy Vieira was telling me that they have this console. Yeah, bass man. They got this console where like you could record live. You know what I'm saying? So like you can have every camera set up to the console, and so like when you're talking, like Foolish could just be like, and click your shit, so it's recording that, so that you don't have to go back and post produce and go to that angle or whatever. It's just like if you're talking, he can hit that angle. If I'm talking, he can hit that angle. Hit that angle, and then it's got all these sound triggers and shit and all that. So it's all live, and then like what you were just talking about, like pull it up or whatever. Like it could be, you could have certain. It'd be like the news people. Like cues people. You could pull up fucking cues or whatever and be like, oh, we're gonna talk about, like, for instance, tonight we was just fucking spitballing, but in the future, if we were like, yo, we're gonna talk about the riverboat shit that just popped off, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could already have the news clip and it's like, in Montgomery, Alabama, this happened.
Couple people fucked around and found out.
Yeah, they fucked around and found out
like a son.
Yeah, people be fucking around and finding out.
Dude, people are tearing it up on TikTok with that chair shit, man. That's just fucking great. I seen this dude. He's like got the people dancing behind him. He dancing. He just slowly picking. He's a white dude. He's just picking up every chair in the club. He's just walking out. They ain't going down like that tonight. I ain't getting walk with no fucking. So of course me and Terrell discussed it. You know, he sent it to me. I watched it. We discussed it and shit. And I was like, nah, that shit's all kind of fucked up. What I didn't get down with is them like grown athletic dudes mollywopping them women, like jawing these them bitches off. Now I get you in the moment, you hot, you fighting, but come on, bro, you ain't have to give everything you got to a one. Like, dude could really.
Yeah, he just pushed her in the water.
She ain't had her hands up or nothing, dude.
I just pushed her in the water.
He did push one of them in the water.
Yeah, I pushed all of them.
But one of them got whopped, and I was like, "That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. You didn't beat that woman down like that."
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really. I'll be honest with you, man. I've just watched bits and pieces because I'm like.
I watched the whole thing.
I'll be honest with you. Like, what fucks me up is, I notice how fast negativity spreads now. I just didn't really want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And so like, so I watched enough so that I could be like informed about it, because it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is. Like, there's no reason to jump an old man like that doing his job. And even if this dude was being like that Walmart greeter person that's fucking checking your receipt and being a bitch about their job, and you're just like, ain't that fucking serious? Even if, like,
no shit.
There's no logical reason to take it to that degree of like violence and like more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just look at it like, if I was that dude that had that boat and he was like, yo, you can't fucking park here, like my bad, dude, I'll move it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. Like, it's not.
Pride,
it doesn't.
Ego, dude.
Yeah, dude. It does
That
not have to
fucking ego.
escalate, dude. It doesn't have to escalate.
Especially when they're drunk too.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't have to escalate that much. And so, like, the people that were on that boat that should have moved are 100% wrong. But my thing is like, probably because I'm an artist and I host a podcast and fucking whatever. I noticed that, like, no matter how positive I am or how much I try to like spread joy and light and love and like promote and uplift people, something like that's 100% negative, and mind you, it should be shown. You know what I mean? It's a learning and good moment for everyone to look at, but just the way it fucking blew up and gets just millions of shares, and we're talking about it now, everyone's talking about it, and I'm like, if it was something positive, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was some motherfucker that just grinded from the bottom, like, everybody's like, yeah, that's just how I look at it. I don't know why I look at that way, but I'm just like, you know, like, there's so many positive people out there that are sharing like love and unity and progression and like all that type of shit, and it's like they're just fighting for shares. They're waking up every morning going, man, I hope somebody shared this shit. I hope somebody liked this shit. I hope somebody watched this shit.
Everybody likes a train wreck.
Yeah, man. That's what I don't. You know what I mean? I hate it.
Well,
you know? Like,
I think it just blew up because it was a black and white thing.
oh yeah.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely.
honestly.
Definitely. It has a lot to do with that.
That's why me and Terrell make sure that we discuss like racial, social events. We always fucking want to hear both sides of it.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
you got to, because
I mean, if it was all black people, it might not have been that big of a deal. If it was all white people, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
it
what
was
that's
black
what,
and white.
That's
so
what
it
that's
just made
what
it
that's
a
what gets
huge
clicks,
deal.
dude.
Yeah.
Make
I
it
mean,
black versus white. Make it divisive. It'll
it
get
was
clicks.
wrong on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the more white it looked like, but
Yeah. But yeah, it's just not the way we should treat each other as a
Oh, for
society.
sure.
Period.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, but it is good that, like,
it's getting recognized.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that it gets recognized, but I hope that I guess my hope is always my hope is like, I hope that it doesn't cause more division, that it causes, and it will. It usually does, but I wish it. But that's what it boils down to is like, you know, fucking you and Terrell can be candid and open and talk about it and be like, you know what I mean? Like, you can, it's same shit like when me and Will talk, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can nix my biases and I can nix your biases. Like, both of us can be like, all right, obviously you have these biases, I have these biases towards the situation. Now let's eliminate the ones that are just biases and get to the facts. Both of us get to the facts, and then but most of society doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Most of society.
It's nice to have that.
Oh, very much.
But you gotta be level-minded person or a level-headed person to have that conversation with.
Yeah, well,
where it's not gonna get emotional. It's just
I'm more on the side of like, you ain't gotta be level-headed. You just gotta be like.
You gotta be mature. Good to be. You gotta be mature.
Yeah. It's good to be level-headed and mature, but I'm just saying from like my perspective is like, you gotta be open to talk to anyone, whether they're, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like that's what I'm saying is like, I've always been that white dude that I've never. Like I want to know how you feel whether you're Black, white, trans, Latino, Asian, like all my people are like, that's how, and I hate that there's like sects of people that only know their people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful to have. Isn't that
the definition of ignorance?
Yeah. Well, they say ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Is bliss. But
I don't look too happy though.
Dog, I've never been a blissful person.
Dude, like super happy.
Basically, yeah.
You know what I came across the other day? Look, these people are definitely ignorant and fucking look blissful. Fucking the Wild Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Dude, you ever watched that shit?
No, I've seen it multiple times. I made Christina sit down and watch it.
Dude, that shit's epic.
The wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia.
Dude.
They're inbreds?
No, they're not those crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
they might fuck each other. They definitely look like they fuck each other. But they're not like
they're not like
three eye having drooling like they're not like those kind of inbreds. No, they're just
probably like some of your cousins and shit. It's just like
my fucking cousins.
You know anybody in West Virginia?
I didn't say.
You just said it hard so my head. Nah,
he's gonna watch this shit and be like, "Damn, Michael thinks I give him this kind of shit."
No, I didn't say they are like. I said they're like they're probably like your cousins, like your cousins, like
they like
you like your cousins.
Ain't no way.
No, I'm saying like
you gotta watch
if you think about your cousins that are just fucking like country ass fucking drug taking drama filled motherfuckers, like those cousins, the cousins you don't talk to, they're the cousins you don't talk to.
Hope they don't watch this show. Right. Damn,
who?
Dude,
the Wild Whites of West Virginia?
They're his cousins.
Well, he don't talk to them ones. Yeah, fuck them. I love the ones he talks to. We're talking about the ones you don't talk to.
Dude, these dudes are like Johnny Knoxville.
He likes cousins.
Johnny Knoxville from Jackass ran into got in touch with his family, and he did a documentary on him. Followed him around for I think 2 years or some shit like that, and they are like white trash kings of white trash, dude. These dudes are like West Virginian pill popping, like, dude, it is crazy what these fucking people are into, yo. You gotta watch The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Shit. What does it say again?
The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. It's all based around like.
It's like Witsfield or something, but it is Virginia. The motherfuckers are crazy too.
No, they might be real crazy.
I'll check it out.
I got some cousins in Kentucky.
Check it out.
And they ain't far from West Virginians.
Yeah. How you? That's gotta be crazy, to be like a Guido and a redneck,
dude. Not just a redneck, time. A mountain man. Like where my people, where my mama's people are from in Kentucky, dude.
Put them in the outhouse, Frankie.
Got him. Stop. Where it belong.
Oh, that's fucking good. Oh shit, nah, but yo, my mom had an uncle. God, that was fucking great. My face is probably red.
Yeah,
your mom had
yours, bitch, mine. Like
my mom had an uncle, dude, and he would talk like that dude off of The Waterboy. the coach. Yeah,
but mixed with fucking
On purpose? Right.
They ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, like that
yeah,
no.
Sling Blade. Sling Blade mixed with Bobby Boucher.
I'm dead serious, dude.
They ain't got no gas in them.
He say some yada ain't shit, all that. And one time we were, and it was fucked up. It's like my mom understands that shit. She like speaks that language. So we was down there as kids, dude. And these people lived in like neighbors for miles, like in the mountains, secluded from the world. And we was bored, and I was like, "Hey man, Uncle, you got anything we could do around here?" And it's like looked at each other like, "Nope, nothing." My mom said he got 2 dogs in the backyard. I play with the dogs. Like, where the fuck that shit come from? I didn't know you speak this shit.
Cut the grass or something. Take trash out.
I hope I don't.
He said he'll take trash out, cut the grass.
Yeah.
Or mash out. One of the two. One of the
rest
three.
In peace, Uncle Peck.
Two is 3 now.
Yeah, my mama's family come from the wild and wonderful Whitakers of
They ain't got no gas in it.
Put them in the outhouse, friend.
Put them in the fucking outhouse.
I like how like unannounced we rock the Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy, we got the Ritz, we got the motherfucking Jimi Hendrix.
Everybody, great minds think
Like
alike.
the party.
Along the Watchtower.
I ain't heard nothing from Ritz in a while.
I thought you were about to say Jimi Hendrix. Like, motherfucker been dead for 30 years, dog.
Dude, I might be way wrong on this on the Jimi Hendrix shit, but the song by the Eagles, Hotel California, everybody's going back and forth about what that song is about. And I think the Eagles themselves have actually said it's about like the Hollywood greed industry and the music industry and all that shit. But for the longest time, I thought it was about drug addiction, right? The whole, all that shit. But there's a part in the song where he says, please bring me my wine. And they say we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. That's when Jimi Hendrix died, and that's what he died from. So that's why I thought it was like an Easter egg in the movie to be like,
It might be.
like that's what it's about. Because dude, you go back and read those lyrics, dude, and it's like getting trapped at the hotel. You can.
He died from what?
Yeah, he died from. Well, he died throwing up in his mouth, like in his mouth, but like on his back.
Drinking
He
too
was
much
drunk.
wine on that.
But I watched the backstory on him, and what it was is like the night he died, he was down at the bar and he was drinking and partying and all that shit, and everybody knows you ain't supposed to mix liquor with wine, but he was all fucked up already. I hope I'm speaking this correctly. He was all fucked up already, and somebody was drinking a big glass of wine, and he took their wine and he poured it into his liquor drink where he was drinking, and just down that shit on some rock star shit, right?
Hell yeah.
But like you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't do that. So apparently, like he fell asleep, drunk, puked in his sleep, and
Fucked up.
died from that.
Good way to go out, I guess.
I mean, drunk as
Fuck
shit,
it,
right?
dog. Having
Do
a
that
good
noise
time.
again?
What I did.
The little bloop, 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 bloop.
Got it.
Knock that bitch down.
Damn, I would have did that too. I would have drank
Well,
a glass of wine.
Regardless, y'all go fucking listen to Ritz. Like support some shit, man. If y'all don't know Ritz, he got the Ritz shirt. Go.
Check
I
out
mean,
Jimmy.
Jimi Hendrix, dog. I mean, that's Jimi Hendrix, dog. That's the man. But go support Ritz, man.
Jesus.
Like,
Blanca.
yeah, he's dope.
I tried to get him to sign this shirt when we seen him in concert.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me backstage. Go figure.
He got the Blanca on there. That shit.
Dude, that shit. How fucking dope
That
is
shit
that shit?
is real dope.
Holding the microphone.
We'll get into Street Fighter next time, man. But
Bro, I'm so
hey,
upset I wasn't here for that.
man behind the can.
Hey.
Now he in front of the can.
About to get my Instagram going. About to get my TikTok
yeah,
going.
follow him on
Y'all about to get
Instagram,
me.
TikTok.
I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it on the bottom of everything.
Let's
So
go.
watch it.
Let's go. Watch it, man. Share it. Like, comment, subscribe. Got my co-host, Cousin Sal.
Hey, here we go. Put him in the
Schizo as I know him, as we know him. And I'm your boy H2O, Waterboy, H, Mike Lowry, Mike Dub. It is what it is. Think harder, work smarter. If you want it to grow, just add water. It's the Water Pod. Peace.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.